Budget-friendly farmhouse living room ideas. The farmhouse style has become a popular home decor trend over the last few years, thanks to its warm, cozy, and inviting nature. Combining rustic charm with a touch of elegance, the farmhouse aesthetic works well in many different homes, particularly in living rooms, which are the heart of any home. The beauty of farmhouse style is that it doesn't require a huge budget to achieve. There are plenty of affordable ways to incorporate the look into your living room. Whether you're renovating a room or starting from scratch, there are ways to create a farmhouse-inspired living room on a budget. With a little creativity and some strategic purchasing, you can transform your space into a comfortable, beautiful area without spending a fortune. In this video, we'll share practical tips and ideas on how to create a budget-friendly farmhouse living room that's full of character and charm. What is farmhouse style? Before we dive into ideas for your living room, it's helpful to understand what farmhouse style is all about. The farmhouse style is rooted in traditional rural American farmhouses, where practicality, simplicity, and comfort were the primary focus. Over time, this aesthetic has evolved into a design style that blends rustic elements with modern touches, giving a homey and timeless feel. Key elements of farmhouse style include natural materials. Wood, stone, and metal play a significant role in farmhouse design. Neutral color palette. Soft whites, creams, grays, and beige create a calming and relaxed atmosphere. Vintage and rustic accessories. Farmhouse living rooms often feature antiques, distressed furniture, and decor items that give a lived-in feel. Cozy and inviting atmosphere. The space should feel like a retreat where you can relax and spend time with loved ones. Use neutral and soft colors. One of the simplest ways to achieve a farmhouse look is through the use of a neutral color palette. Neutral shades are often associated with farmhouse style and create a calm, welcoming atmosphere in any room. On a budget, you can transform your living room by simply painting the walls or choosing inexpensive accessories in these colors. Budget-friendly tips. Paint your walls. White, light gray, or soft beige are all classic farmhouse wall colors that won't cost much to apply. If you have a small space, light colors will help open up the room and make it feel larger. Incorporate soft fabrics. For affordable accents, choose throw pillows, blankets, and curtains in muted colors like off-white, dusty blue, or sage green. Look for affordable options at budget retailers or even thrift stores. Repurpose furniture. If you already have a couch or chairs that you love, you can refresh them by swapping out colorful or bold patterned cushions for simple, neutral designs. Even using white or linen slipcovers is an inexpensive way to update worn furniture. Focus on second-hand furniture. Furniture is often one of the most significant expenses when designing a living room. However, farmhouse style thrives on rustic, vintage, and sometimes even imperfect pieces, so second-hand furniture is a perfect choice. Look for pieces that have good bones, even if they show a little wear and tear. These items can be transformed into farmhouse treasures with some love and a little creativity. Budget-friendly tips. Thrift stores and flea markets. Scour local thrift shops and flea markets for affordable furniture. Look for solid wood pieces or vintage items that can be easily refinished or repurposed. For example, an old wooden coffee table can be sanded down and painted to give it a fresh look. DIY furniture updates. Instead of buying brand new furniture, consider updating your existing pieces. A simple coat of paint can transform a dated dresser into a stylish farmhouse console table. You can also swap out hardware, such as knobs and pulls, for more rustic or vintage style options. Repurpose wooden crates and pallets. Wooden crates and pallets are often inexpensive and can be repurposed into functional pieces like side tables, shelving units, or even coffee tables. You can leave them in their natural wood state for a rustic look, or paint them white for a more polished farmhouse aesthetic. Incorporate wooden elements. Wood is an essential element in farmhouse decor, and it doesn't have to come with a hefty price tag. Adding wooden accents in your living room can immediately transform the space, giving it that warm and rustic vibe that farmhouse style is known for. Budget-friendly tips. Wooden shelving. If you have empty wall space, consider adding floating shelves made from reclaimed wood or inexpensive pine boards. These shelves can be used to display farmhouse-style decor, plants, or family photos. Wooden picture frames. Look for cheap wooden frames at thrift stores or dollar stores, or repurpose old frames by painting them in a distressed finish to add character. Wooden accent pieces. Incorporate small wooden accents like a reclaimed wood tray, a wooden clock, or a wooden sign with inspirational words or phrases to add rustic charm without spending much. DIY farmhouse decor and accessories. Another way to create a farmhouse-style living room on a budget is by incorporating DIY projects and homemade accessories. Farmhouse style celebrates imperfections, so homemade pieces often fit in perfectly with this aesthetic. Plus, making your own decor can be a fun and rewarding way to personalize your space. Budget-friendly tips. DIY farmhouse signs. Create your own rustic wooden signs with inspirational quotes or simple phrases like home or family. These signs are easy to make with inexpensive wood and some paint or stencils. Hang them on the walls to add personality to your living room. Handmade throw blankets and pillows. If you can sew, consider making your own farmhouse-style throw pillows and blankets using inexpensive fabric like burlap, linen, or cotton. Even if you don't sew, you can easily handcraft no-sew pillows using fabric glue. Upcycled jars and bottles. Use old mason jars, wine bottles, or glass containers as vases or storage. You can fill them with fresh flowers or twigs for a simple yet stylish farmhouse touch. To make them even more rustic, wrap them in twine or burlap. Farmhouse-inspired wall art. Print out free vintage style or rustic prints from online sources, then frame them with affordable wooden frames. These prints could be botanical illustrations, nature prints, or vintage advertisements. Use simple textures and fabrics. Farmhouse decor is all about creating a cozy and inviting atmosphere, and fabrics and textures play a key role in achieving that. While luxurious fabrics may be expensive, there are plenty of affordable options that can still create the same comfortable, welcoming vibe. Budget-friendly tips. Linen and cotton. Use natural fabrics like linen or cotton for curtains, pillow covers, and throw blankets. These materials are not only affordable, but they also give your living room a light, airy feel, which is common in farmhouse design. Jute or sisal rugs. A textured rug can add warmth and character to your living room. Jute or sisal rugs are a great budget-friendly option and will help anchor your furniture in the room while adding that rustic, earthy charm. Layered textures. Instead of purchasing expensive, high-end fabric furniture, layer different textures for a similar effect. For example, add a knitted throw blanket over a simple couch, or layer different textured throw pillows to give your space depth and interest. Add greenery and natural elements. Farmhouse decor often incorporates natural elements, and one of the easiest ways to do this is through plants. Greenery not only adds color to your space, but also brings life and freshness to your living room. Plus, many plants are relatively inexpensive and easy to care for. Budget-friendly tips. Indoor plants. Look for low-maintenance plants like succulents, ferns, or pothos, which are both affordable and easy to care for. You can often find inexpensive plants at local nurseries or home improvement stores. Use vintage planters. Repurpose old tins, baskets, or clay pots as planters. You can paint or distress these containers to match the farmhouse aesthetic. You could also use mason jars or wooden boxes as simple planters for smaller plants. Woven baskets. Woven baskets are a staple in farmhouse style and can be used for storage or as decorative pieces. You can find affordable baskets at thrift stores, flea markets, or even big box retailers. Lighting and fixtures. Lighting plays a huge role in creating the right atmosphere in a farmhouse living room. Farmhouse lighting tends to have a vintage or industrial feel, and there are plenty of ways to achieve this style without spending a lot of money. Budget-friendly tips. Repurpose old light fixtures. Instead of buying new, expensive farmhouse-style light fixtures, consider giving your existing lighting a makeover. You can paint old light fixtures with matte black or oil-rubbed bronze paint to give them an industrial or vintage look. String lights. String lights or fairy lights can instantly add a soft and cozy ambience to your living room. Drape them over a mantel, around a window, or along a bookshelf for a warm, inviting touch. Pendant lighting. For a budget-friendly farmhouse lighting option, consider purchasing affordable pendant lights that mimic the look of industrial farmhouse fixtures. These can often be found at big box stores or online retailers. Creating a farmhouse living room on a budget is entirely possible with a little creativity and smart shopping. By using neutral colors, secondhand furniture, DIY decor, and affordable materials like wood and fabric, you can design a cozy, charming space that exudes farmhouse elegance without overspending. Add in some personal touches with greenery and vintage accessories, and you'll have the perfect living room that combines comfort, warmth, and rustic charm. Remember, farmhouse style is all about creating a relaxed, welcoming atmosphere, so embrace imperfections and let your personality shine through in your design choices.